Welcome to another episode of The American Dream, a show that's unscripted, that combats negative media, commercial-free. If you get anything out of today's show, it's about dreaming big. Let's start the show right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
So we talk about this show, The American Dream. A big piece of it is how it's a mindset, not a circumstance. I don't know if there's anyone who better illustrates it than a guy named Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone is a guy who came from nothing. He's built a successful empire that sells books, products, coaching. Overall, just a very inspirational guy. So we're here in Miami and we're sitting in a bank. Now, what you don't know is the bank, actually all this commercial space, Grant just bought it. So we're gonna go meet Grant, we're gonna walk around, show his company culture, get to know his story a little bit better, and then we're gonna go visit his private jet. So this should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and let's check this out. Follow me.
So let me bring you back here, Craig.
Okay.
So this is our e-commerce right here. We'll do about maybe 40 this year.
Snap a few shots and everything.
And so, hey, Ryan Secco, how you doing? Amazing. He's a pilot and works in the real estate. He's moved from phones to pilot to we're going to raise $1 billion in cash for real estate deals. So we bought this building and we're blowing out all the way to that side. I need all the room in it. Yeah, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Hey, so this is the boiler room right here, okay? These guys are making phone calls all day long, cold calls, warm calls, and follow-up calls. Hey, guys, say hi to Craig, will you? That's how we roll, dog. That's how we roll.
Hey, let me get 2 claps to the Ric Flair.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm Kara Kay with The American Dream. I get to meet with Ryan Serhant of $1 Million Listing. It's an exclusive interview and it's one you won't want to miss. Are you ready to cheers to your book and all your success?
Sure.
Okay.
Are we drinking this?
Yeah, I mean,
Are we chugging
I know
it?
nothing about wine. I'm Kara Kay, and today I get to speak with Ryan Serhant. He is here in San Diego promoting his book. We are excited to read it. You do so well in real estate, and you know the power of media and TV. Thank you again for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
With the wine in the wine room.
It couldn't be classier, in my opinion.
I know, this is very classy. I should have worn a tie.
So I know that you know the importance of TV and media. How important do you think that is in real estate today?
I think media is incredibly important in all businesses. I think any business that does anything for marketing in any way, shape, or form is now a media company. I mean, if you're a real estate brokerage like I am in New York City, we don't build the apartments, we don't build the buildings. We're not really real estate brokers, we're media brokers, right? I find different ways to market my properties via media. And so for me, television has been huge, and now we do a lot through the digital space, right? You can see that a lot of networks are going digital. I have a YouTube vlog now, just to try to hit a different viewer base. It's really important.
Sure, I think you, of all people, know the importance of getting exposure to listings, which is why you've gotten into TV and media. Now talk about the transition into how important it is to be social as well as on TV.
Yeah, I think that if you're a salesperson, right, which is what the book is for, is anybody who sells anything, you're really selling yourself, right? You're creating a relationship. You sometimes have to talk about the product. Sometimes you have to go into the price. Sometimes you have to go into the features. You need to have all that information, but that's what you need to do. That's the job, right? Everything else, especially through social media, especially through different forms of media, is building that relationship passively, right? This, you and I talking right now, is an active communication, building a relationship. But I can hit so many more people through social, through YouTube, through LinkedIn articles. People talk about passive income all the time. For salespeople and for a lot of people in our generation, kind of the gig generation, we have passive relationships, our passive income, because those will turn into other sources of work for us down the line, and we just don't even know what they are.
If you are talking to a realtor who really wants to make it tomorrow and in the future, what advice would you give them?
I am always blown away when I meet new salespeople, especially real estate agents, who post on Instagram once a month, who aren't doing anything on YouTube or on Facebook or on Twitter, and they say, well, that's not really me. Well, then the job isn't really you.
Thank you for watching. Link, subscribe, you know what to do. Oh.
Like and subscribe.
Oh.
Not like and subscribe.
You can't sit there and complain about not having business or sit there and complain about how the market's so tough if you're not actively doing things that are under your control. And what's under your control is putting out media. There's so many different places to absorb content these days, and so many real places to hit real people, to target them directly in your neighborhood, on your block, like that age group. It's all about consistency too, right? It's a really, really important word, and it takes a long time. Like for me, it took me 3 years before I stopped thinking about quitting real estate every day. It was tough. And same thing for social media and all forms of media. Like, you have to be consistent with what you put out there all the time, and that way people know what to look for.
Now, what do you guys think as a team? What does the American dream, I guess, mean to you in your office?
It's freedom of choice to be able to own a home if you want, or rent a home if you want, or to be able to have this job or this opportunity or that opportunity without repercussion other than your own expectations and your own stress that you put on yourself. I really do think that everybody has that thing in their stomach that is trying to get them to that next level in their life that they actually can take control of, but not everybody wants it. And that's the one thing I can't teach. Like, I can teach a lot in the book about how to find what your motivation is, how to find what's going to wake you up every day, how to find what's going to help you make a little bit of extra money every single month, but I can't teach you to want more for yourself. You have to want that on your own. So we're cheersing to the American dream?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that again.
Okay.
So it's like 3 out.
Okay,
Cheers.
cheers.
All right.
To the American dream.
Am I supposed to drink more?
No.
Okay.
How did we do? I am infamously terrible at alcohol.
No, I'm a real dude, and
So where are we? What is this here?
this is the e-commerce department. So we do about 40 million out of here.
Okay, so you do.
Everything: Facebook, Instagram, webinars.
What is the product line?
So the
Coaching.
the product line's everything from 10x hat, $20, cufflinks, to $80,000 program right here. So this is educational. This is what I started with. I was basically educating sales organizations, big companies like from banks to car dealers, car manufacturers, on how to handle a customer differently. So he's doing a video Skype conference call. Let's go back and see. Hey guys, how's it going, guys?
They can hear you.
Hey, you guys are awesome, man. I got my little glow on. How do I look?
You're looking good. Look amazing.
Dave's got a little light filter here.
For that.
Hey, really appreciate you guys. William, Jason, Elliot, Amanda, Lauren, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a customer. Anything we can do to help you guys, let us know, all right? Okay, thank you. So that's how we support our customers through Skype calls, Zoom, video conference. What's up here? This is a stat board. Okay, this is Jeremy's made 110 calls. George Badia's got 2 minutes and 44 seconds, 2 hours and 44 minutes of talk time already.
You guys need anything? Let us know in between.
Corey Gill, I don't know where Corey Gill, where you at, Corey Gill? 2 appointments set, man? Did you set them both? Your mom and your uncle.
I'm not doing the power.
Come on, man, come on.
Power right now.
Welcome back to the American Dream. Today we're in St. Louis with Eric Merchant. He is a real estate consultant with Trophy Properties and Auction. Eric, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Good to see you, Chelsea.
Thank you so much. So getting right into it, what is the single most important aspect of your business, Eric?
I would have to say, without a doubt, it's relationships. I've been doing this for nearly 30 years. And I've never been to the closing table by myself. There's a lot of people involved in getting to that closing table, and having good, strong relationships that last throughout the years has really grown my business. I don't think I'd be where I am today if it wasn't for the relationships that I've built.
Beautiful. So why are these relationships in your business so important to you?
Well, I get a lot of repeat business by nurturing relationships and continuing to keep them alive and dynamic. I get a lot of repeat business, but I get a lot of referral business too. And when I look at the business and how it's all connected, the thread from one party to the next, and how I met that person through another, and then another, and then another, it is really a huge part of this big real estate tree that I've grown.
That is amazing. I know as a realtor myself that relationships are the most important part of a business transaction. You want to make sure the selling or buying of a home is with somebody that you trust. This is the biggest purchase somebody's going to make in their life. And so that is so amazing to hear that you nurture your relationships so tenderly. So how do you nurture those relationships?
Well, first off, you got to care. And if you don't care, you're probably not going to be able to nurture them anyway. And I really do care. What we do as realtors is so hugely important, like you were mentioning. It is often their biggest purchase. It is, it's where they raise their children, enjoy their grandchildren, break bread, say their prayers, make all their big decisions. So if we don't take it seriously, shame on us. I take it very seriously. If I'm selling somebody an investment property, it's that hard-earned money that they may have worked for years, decades for, that they're trusting me to help them invest and guide them through the process. So without the relationships, it's really hard to build that trust and to get that repeat business and the referral business that comes from it when they know you're going to treat them right, and they know anybody they send you, you're going to treat them like family. And so one way I say thanks to everybody that I deal with, I'm not really good at giving gifts, and I know real estate agents typically give a closing gift. I throw a great big celebration of life at the end of the year, and that's how I nurture relationships. I invite just about everybody that I've ever worked with. I just had this big celebration of life this past weekend, and I saw my very first real estate client that I ever had from 28 years ago. He was there, and I started looking at the thread of connections that I've made with that gentleman over the last 28 years, and people he's introduced me to, then people they've introduced me to, and it's relatively endless. And we just have a great big old party and say thank you. And this year we had 3 bands, we had a huge fireworks display, just a ridiculous amount of food. The weather cooperated. I think we had 400 or 500 people there, and it was a real good way to say thank you. So we do that once a year, and it's a good way to nurture relationships.
Celebration of life, that is so special. I couldn't think of a better way to say thank you to your clients and to get repeat customers. So congrats to you. And speaking of special things, we hear that you have a brand new listing at 289 South Highway 19 in New Florence, Missouri. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Chelsea, I would. So interestingly enough, that listing is a mile up the road from my ranch where we held this huge event this past weekend. They're going to show you some B-roll of that, and they'll run some B-roll of the property that I'm talking about now. And that 289 acres is gorgeous. It has an 8-acre lake that's a clay pit lake. It's crystal clear and very, very deep. There's other lakes on the property as well. There's 70 or 80 acres of open ground. The rest of it's wooded. It's got over a quarter mile of frontage on Highway 19, so it's got some real business opportunity if you're entrepreneurial. You're going to show some drone video footage of that, I'm sure. Gorgeous property. It's priced at just under $1 million, and you could be my neighbor.
Well, it sounds like whoever the buyer is going to have an amazing neighbor. Thank you so much for sharing all this with us today, and it was great to meet you, Eric. We'll be talking with you soon.
Chelsea, it was good to see you too. Thank you.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1, 2, 3, listen.
What I love about you, Grant, is that there's a lot of people out there right now, and they're preaching bullshit, right? There's a lot of snake oil salesmen that live online now, and I've followed you, gotten to know you. You really live what you talk about. I mean, 10X isn't just some brand. Like, you're actually someone who invests time, energy, and capital into growth. Where does that inspiration come from? Because it's definitely real, man.
In the beginning, years of me being an entrepreneur, I didn't spend any money. I didn't have any employees. I had a half of an employee. I worked out of my office. I did everything on the cheap.
What year was this?
This is, late 90s.
Okay.
Even for the first 20 years though of my career, like if you go back and look at what I was doing, I was a speaker and a consultant on how to grow a business, but I didn't have a business.
Okay.
And I hated it.
Yeah.
Because every time I'm talking to a guy about growing a business, when I went back to my hotel that night, I was just selling time.
Sure.
I was the guy you were describing.
Why do you feel so much more confident today?
I got 115 employees that 30 of them probably will become millionaires.
Wow.
I'm not Facebook. I'm not Amazon. Like, I'm not doing this on the backs of Wall Street. This is now I'm orchestrating a business. This has all happened in the last 8 or 9 years.
Incredible.
Yeah. When you take the lid off of, that's why I'm so passionate about what I talk about. Because when you take the lid off of this idea that you're going to work from home, that's so popular today.
Yep.
You're going to be a consultant or an advertiser or a marketer from your bedroom, and you're going to make millions of dollars. It doesn't matter. You're still not going to be a business.
The online world creates so much opportunity, but there's also so much phoniness to it, right? And I'm in the middle of writing a book right now called American Dream 2.0, and it's talking about the digital age, connectivity, but you can't ignore work ethic and real relationships and building social capital. And I think if you can bring those worlds together, it's probably the greatest opportunity in the history of mankind.
I mean, look, you left San Diego to come to Miami to build your business out. You can't.
Yeah, you got to get here. Yeah.
You can't do everything on Facebook and Instagram. There's still got to be somebody putting time and energy and resources at risk. I really admire that about what you guys are doing with American Dream.
Well, you know, and think about that term, the American Dream. A lot of people say it's dead, right? Yeah. And the moment you stop dreaming, I think, is the moment that you're dead. Tell us what's next for you. So you got a big event coming up, but give us 3, 5, 10 years. Where do you think you go from here?
You know, I have a company that I think I can take to $10 billion. My goal is to build the biggest real estate company, privately held real estate company in the country.
So you're still inspired, still hustling.
Yeah, still excited. We just, just released a book. It was the best release of any book I've ever done by 10 times.
Wow.
And so we're excited about a lot of stuff. I want to make the people that either partner with me or work with me to be, to do as well as I'm doing, if that's possible. And I think it is.
We're really inspiring people, man. As I was driving over here, we're posting, doing the social media thing too, and I can't tell you how many messages I'm getting from people telling me to thank you.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Man.
Yeah, so I hope you get that on the day-to-day, but I just want to share that with you. Yeah. Appreciate you having us out here.
Thank you, man. A lot of fun. Appreciate you, okay? We'll take it up in the air next time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hi, this is Christina Swyers with the American Dream, and I am interviewing the owner of Bar 3 St. Louis, Melissa Stoles. Thank you so much for being here today, Melissa.
Oh, thank you for having me. I feel honored.
Oh, wonderful. So I am here today, and I just really want to talk to you a little bit about Bar 3 and what Bar 3 is. So tell us.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Bar 3 it's a full body workout for everybody. Clients walk away feeling empowered from within. They feel amazing. We combine cardio, strength training, and mindfulness all in one.
Wonderful. So tell me a little bit about the community and about why someone would actually want to come to the studio and take a Bar 3 workout.
So there's so many different ages and walks of life that come in to our studio, through our studio doors. You never know what anybody is carrying with them. From younger 20s all the way up to, we have members who are in their 70s, and they love it. So they come in for many, many different reasons. Some are sporting an injury, some are athletes who want to continue to train their muscles in a different way that helps combine with the other activities that they do throughout their lives.
Okay, great. So tell us a little bit about why Bar 3 is different maybe than other workouts out there, because there are a lot of things out there in the community, especially in St. Louis, that people can have the options to do. So why is this a good workout for just the general population? Why should somebody do this?
It's really about total body. We're busy. All of us are busy. We know the drill, right?
Yes.
Giving ourselves the hour, but getting everything in that 1 hour that we need. That cardio burst, you know, the small range of movement, the large range of movement, so that you can walk away knowing that you don't have to go add another hour of cardio training. It's about total body. And clients really like to come in here because of the way they leave, that endorphin high whenever they leave out, they walk out the studio. I have so many of my members and clients who they walk in and they're like, I crave bar 3, like I need it, I missed it after a few days. And then they walk out and they say, I carry it with me throughout the rest of my day. I stand taller, that primary posture. So they have so many benefits that they receive from coming to the studio.
Oh, great. Well, that sounds like a wonderful workout. You make me want to do it. So tell us a little bit about your community involvement. I know that you own this studio here in Creve Coeur. You also own the studio in Des Peres, and you do a lot of involvement outside of the bar 3 workout here. So what kind of stuff are you doing for the community?
Yeah, I love that you asked that. One of our core values for bar 3 is a franchise, and one of our core values is giving generously, and it is about giving to community, building community, always giving back. In the month, actually this weekend, we're supported, we have a team for the St. Jude Walk Run, which is Saturday, so the month of September, every year annually. And then every year we have a Thanksgiving canned food drive, and we bring in like pounds and pounds and pounds of food our community brings in, and we give free classes for if they bring in 3 cans, which is great community building. And just anytime we do donation-based class, breast cancer awareness is in October, we always have a weekend of donation-based classes, and so we give back and we give the money for breast cancer awareness.
Oh, that's wonderful. So it sounds like anybody could really participate in this, even if they're not a current bar 3 member. Is it somebody, if they were new and they wanted to, you know, donate or become involved, they could do that? And so how would somebody get a hold of you here at the studio if they wanted to inquire more about bar 3 and about those things?
Absolutely. So they could email us at stl@bar3.com and just reach out and say, I saw the segment and I would love to come in and try a free class. There's always, if they go to our website as well, they can see when we have our donation-based classes. But if they reach out and just say, I want to come in and give it a try, we would love to host you in studio and you know, have your first visit on us.
Oh, that's great. Okay, wonderful. So if you're watching right now, you can always reach out and send her an email or give her a call. One of the other things I wanted to touch on a little bit is the difference, besides just coming into the studio. Are there other options? What kind of sets this workout apart? Is there daycare here? What are the amenities that somebody can find here beyond just coming into the studio and working out?
Another great question, Christina. So we have it all here. You walk in the door, we got your back. We have the props. All you need is a water bottle. Bring your kiddos because we have childcare, play lounge, and we have amazing staff on hand to take care of the little ones. And then we have showers at both studio locations for a lot of our clients want to come in, take a quick shower, rinse off, everything you need.
What about if someone can't come into the studio? Is this something that they could do at home on their own, or are there online classes? Or talk a little bit about that, about Bar 3.
Yeah, so Bar 3, obviously Bar 3, I had mentioned it's a franchise. We have 147 studio locations. They're obviously not everywhere, and if it's not convenient or you don't have that full hour to give in studio, they could always do Bar 3 online workouts.
Oh, wonderful.
They are out there, which we have. It's about total body, whole body health. So we have recipes, we have online workouts, and just little tidbits about how to walk away feeling amazing and what you can do to have healthier and mindful bodies.
Well, that sounds wonderful and encompasses everything. So if you're traveling, you can either use the online workouts or find another studio.
Absolutely.
Surely you can find one.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining me today and highlighting your lovely studio here. Again, if you need to reach out to Melissa about Bar 3 and have any questions, you can always send her an email or give the studio a call. Thanks so much, and we appreciate you joining us today.
So that's all for today's episode of The American Dream. Look, the American Dream is about overcoming adversity or dreaming big. Hope you enjoyed today's show, always combating negative media. Don't forget you can follow us on social media. See you next week.